Okay, so here's the video on the doll sandals. This one is already on. Let's see if we're in the frame, and I will show you with the ankle strap. You have the sole, the ankle strap, and the top strap. It's very simple. First, you put the ankle strap on the doll. Then you just kind of put this over the toes, line it up, and voila, your dolly has sandals. I thought they were so cute. These are a little loose. I'm going to make adjustments. These I chained 14. I'm going to just chain 12. And I just sort of made it up. I did a basic sole, which I'll show you, and then this where I'd slip stitch to join. I simply joined it there, tied it off, and then came over and did 2 stitches together, chain 2 stitches together, and it was that simple for the little ones. Now on the larger doll, I did a couple of rows. I did it a little bit different because obviously the doll had a larger foot, but the sole was basically the same, except that I added a second round to the sole. Did the same thing with the ankle strap, and obviously more than one row across the toe strap. Then the ones that I made for my granddaughter, a little bit different. I just made a flower based off of a red heart pattern. Oops, let's get it in frame. The red heart pattern might have been the little sweetie dress, but you could just make any type of a flower. And then when I came around, all the way around, and I slip stitched to join, rather than just tie that off, I began to chain, and I measured my granddaughter's toe area. So you make a chain, and then you slip stitch it back, and this is the part that goes through the toe. So you want, at least, finger. It should slip over your finger so that you know it's going to go over your toe. It can be much larger, but you certainly don't want it any tighter. So then we slip stitched there. Then I simply chained a length. I guess I could have, tied it in, but I just chained. And once it was laying flat, then I slip stitched it to the other end. So here's your toe loop. Here's where I slip stitched it. Then I slip stitched, and then I just chained some more, tied off, and then I had to tie on again to chain, to make another chain on the other side. And this is the part that will actually, we'll just pretend I guess it's not going to go on the big toe. We'll pretend that my hand is the foot. You put it on the toe. This is the top of your foot, and then you just tie this around your ankle, and you have the cutest little barefoot sandal. Alright, now back to the doll shoe. I don't know if we can read this or not. Probably not. It's just a basic pattern. I did a little bit of coloring on it. Let me lay it down and see if I can zoom in. So you can see, basically we start with a chain. Oh, there we go. I tried to color code. I need more markers. But I just chained 5. Then you're going to chain up for your first stitch. Now for these shoes, for the American Girl or Our Generation type doll or 18-inch doll, that size of a foot, we are using double crochet. So I chained 2, and then I put 2 double crochet in the end, or in the 5th chain. So I guess technically I'm chaining up 7, but you know what I'm talking about. Then after we have those in the end stitch, then we're going to do a double crochet in each chain for the next 3 stitches. Then on the very last stitch, we're putting 6 double crochets, and it's going to wrap around. Then you just go back the other way, and you put 3 more single crochets, 1 in each stitch, and then you're going to need, 3 double crochets. Oops. Then you're going to put your 3 more in the end, so you have a total of 6 on each end, and then 1 on each stitch in the middle. Very, very simple. Let me see. You can see that. Now let me try to start making it for you. Let me pause. Okay, this is a very tiny space with which to work. I'll do my slip stitch. I put my short end towards me. I twist this. I pick up the yarn in the middle, put my hook in it. There's my slip stitch. Oh, and you probably didn't see that. Just in case, let me try it again because I'm probably supposed to be way down here. Short end is towards me. I'm going to flip it, pick this up in the middle, put my hook in there, and there's my slip stitch. Okay, tug it, make sure it's loose. Now I'm going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and of course then I just hold that. Then I'm going to chain my 2 and double crochet right there on that 5th stitch where I put my thumb. Well, we will try that again. Then we'll put our 2nd double crochet in, and that along with the chain 2 makes 3. Now we need just 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. Now we're on our last stitch. Let me get some. Whew. Now we're going to need 6 in the last one here. It doesn't really matter if you get 1 or both loops because we're going to be going all the way around, so eventually it's all going to be covered. Our tail is going to become hidden as we incorporate the other side of the sole. Just basically just a mirror of itself. How many do I have so far? Probably 5. I always stop and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. I always seem to stop and count when I need just 1 more stitch. Okay, now as we go to do our next 3, we're also going to make sure that our tail is laying on there. So we can just stitch right over it, and that's going to lock it in for us. We don't have to weave anything in. Because I actually washed all of the little dolly slippers or sandals, and none of those tails came out because I did it the way Mikey on the Crochet Crowd said to do it. And I also did this, and it tightened it in there. Okay, I believe I'm on my last one where I need to put 3 more. I just added 1, so we need 2 more. There's our 2 more, then we're going to slip stitch to join. Sometimes it's tricky to find that, working with these tiny things. Plus it's so far away. Oops, we're slip stitching. What am I doing? Alright, and normally we would just tie off here, but it's your basic sole. Now, like I said, for a larger doll, you're just going to want to chain up 2 and go all the way around again. You could just do 1 double crochet in each space. If it began to curl on you too much, you could increase if you so desire. But now that we have our sole, we need to do the ankle strap. And all we're doing here, hang on, before we do the ankle strap, this is my tail that I have worked in. I really don't like messy work. I don't like tails sticking around bothering me. So let's put this in. Now we're going to chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then we're going to slip stitch it. I'm just going to turn this around, and we are going to slip stitch right there. Chain 1, pull up, cut your yarn, pull it through, tighten it. I will have to weave that in, much to my dismay. Okay, I had to go put some stitch markers in. I don't recall having this kind of difficulty, but I've just put stitch markers in the front 4 stitches, because what I was trying to do was join here when I should be joining here and then joining it to this, because I'm doing 2 together. So I'm doing these 2 together. So I'm coming in. This is so hard for me to slip stitch sometimes. There we go. Now, the little danglies are in my way. I'm going to simply, whoops, too many, try to double crochet 2 together. I've worked the yarn and it's falling apart. Now I think I just go through all 3 of these. That's what I'm doing. I think that's double crochet 2 together. I could be wrong. But then I will chain 2, get my yarn, then I will come over to this side, and now I need to do, obviously not that stitch it as a marker, but the next 2 together. Slip you in there. Oops. Oh, you know, that's where I may have messed up. I may have not yarned over, but we'll just see. It's not very much. That's it. I'm gonna tie that off. Let's see, get this out of the way. Oh, we have so many little strings. Ew. Let me weave the strings in, and then I will come back and we'll try it on the doll. Okay, I have the finished little sandal, and I hope you could have seen what I was doing, because I think I may have moved out of frame. I'm not sure. I'm so sorry. I will have these in written directions on this video. That looks a lot smaller. Let's see. Let's take one of the pink ones off and let's try it. Let me set the doll down. Can we see what we're doing? Yeah. Here we go. Oh my goodness, her panties are showing. No naked babies. Okay. I'm slipping this over her foot, which would be the ankle. And slipping this on. Sliding. I'm sliding it on. Wow, this one is tinier. What are we doing here? Okay, let's see. I used a G hook, which is what I used before, and maybe I used a larger hook. I wrote down a G hook, but this shoe is much larger. This is not going to fit her. It's going to fit another baby though that doesn't have anything orange. Okay, let me try it on the other little doll that's like 16.5 inches and see if it fits. So basically I would do this, but instead of using a G hook, I would use an H. We'll try an H or an I. Maybe I should have done the sole and then checked for fitting. But let me make a notation of that. I will use H or I. I know I have H's everywhere. All right, let me get the other doll and we'll make the changes to my pattern. Okay, yeah, I definitely think that I will do an H, because if you look at the hooks, that's 4.25 and then this is 5. And I think that little bit of a difference is all we're going to need. So I guess for that size, the 18-inch doll, I would do the H. But let's see if using the I hook will fit this little doll, because her foot is a little smaller. On we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so for this doll, let's see. It is a Lissy doll. It's similar to the American Girl, but it is a little shorter. The sole might be okay. This top strap, but oh, this is definitely chain 12 is too tight. It's like her leg is much larger than the leg of the actual our generation doll from Target. So the chain 12 ankle strap fits fine for this doll. It doesn't fit for this doll. So this was just a learning experience for all of us on this. But I would try the same pattern, but I would try the H hook with worsted weight yarn, and you should be able to make cute little sandals to match whatever outfit your doll has. And then you could make matching sandals with the flowery sandals for your little girl, because I know they like to dress the same. You maybe you could make a pair of these for your daughter. Maybe I should zoom out. Whoops. I never zoom properly. Depending on your daughter's size, I would put the non-skid bottom on that. I'm just not really sure how stable that would be on an actual little girl's foot. Because it's kind of floppy, but I have washed them all and they didn't shrink. So, but yeah, I would wow, that is tiny. I don't know why I wrote down G hook. Who knows what I was thinking. But anyway, I would try this again with the H hook, and good luck. Okay, so I went ahead and whipped up another sandal in the using the H hook. And as you can see, it fits much, much better. It covers the foot. I still haven't sewn in my strings, but it fits nicely around the ankle. It fits nicely over that. So yeah, definitely that is the pattern, but we need to use the H hook instead of the G hook. I just thought that was so cute. But that was the trick. Thanks a lot. Let me know what you think.